It is a cold and windy December day here in Iowa, so here's a quick and fun project in the garage to take the edge off. So E36 M3, E36 BMW in general, do not use wheel studs, they use wheel bolts. They are terrible.
Are you tired of trying to mount wheels on your fancy German luxury mobile using those old-fashioned wheel bolts? Do you have trouble getting your wheel spacers to stop f***ing rotating so you can line up the holes? Did trying to install your winter wheels cause you to succumb to death's sweet, sweet call? Well, try new wheel studs! The fantastic new invention that took the horse-drawn carriage industry by storm in the 1800s is finally coming to a modern German car near you. People everywhere just love their new wheel studs!
So anyone that changes wheels with any regularity would benefit from wheel studs and lug nuts like every other manufacturer has figured out, except for these guys. So we're gonna need lug bolts, red thread locker, lug nuts. Piece of cake. So from the factory, E36 has wheel bolts. Like that, not lug nuts, but bolts. Now because I'm running a little more camber than usual, I gotta have spacers so that my wheels don't rub on the strut up here. So there's a spacer. Easy, right? Oh wait, that doesn't work, gotta line it up. Okay. So get it close, hope it's close enough. There, it's lined up. That'll go in. Oh, but then when I put the wheel on, what happens if this gets cocked by like a millimeter? Oh, then the wheel bolts don't go in again. Awesome, good. Not frustrating at all. Just kidding, super frustrating. So, for those that swap wheels often, and I don't do it super often, but often enough between autocross, rallycross, summer, winter, whatever I'm doing, wheels come on and off quite a few times a year. So it's a quick fix, it's easy to do. You can get wheel studs for anywhere from 50 bucks for a set to 200 or more if you want to go super fancy or super, I don't know what the $200 sets do, I don't know, but wheel studs. So there's some threads that go in the hub, and then threads that go and stick out the wheel. This one has a nice little hex on it that will let me tighten it. Some of them have a shoulder, some of them don't. Some of them, get what you want, find what you like. They work. Lug nuts, since you'll need lug nuts now that you don't have wheel bolts. 60-degree taper is one trick. The other trick is steel. Always get steel lug nuts. Don't get lightweight aluminum lug nuts to save 2 ounces at the point that holds your car to the ground. That's dumb. Steel lug nuts. I picked them because they're long. The longer they are, the more of the thread they'll protect. I did get open end because I have spacers on front but no spacers on back, which means I need extra long lugs, which means a closed lug nut might hit the end. It might bottom out before it actually tightens the wheel. So that's what I got. Find what works for you. They all work the same. So, all right, here we go. So the lugs don't have to be that tight. The thing that holds the wheel on is not the tightness of the lug itself in the hub. The tightness is the lug nut holding the wheel against the hub. It's the friction force. So I put these to about 15 to 18 foot-pounds. And the other trick is thread locker. The thread locker is what keeps the bolt in the hub so that when you back out the lug nut, only the lug nut comes. It doesn't bring the hub with it. So red is the permanent kind. That's what I'm using here. If you are some sort of racer that changes your wheel studs as part of regular maintenance, go for blue. That way it's a little bit easier to get them out whenever you need to. If you do it, once a year or twice a year or once every 2 years or whatever your schedule is, go for blue. Me, red. This is it. This is going to be how this car will spend the rest of its life. That's what I'm going to do. 2 drops. I'll thread it in. There's one. Repeat 20 times and we're done. So here we go. There's 5. Got my wheel spacer. I run with a 12 millimeter. Yeah, 12 millimeter spacer. Hub centric, so it's centered. Oh look, it's so easy. Oh look, it stays there. It stays there, waits patiently for me. Folks, this is a revelation. This is incredible. Boom, done, there it is. Lug nuts. Whoa! The one thing I overlooked is these specific lug nuts would really like a deep 17mm socket. I have one of those, but it's only 3/8. It's not half-inch, so I can't use the impact, which probably shouldn't use the impact anyway. So, but the torque wrench is also half-inch. So to properly torque these, I'm gonna have to grab a new socket. But maybe I'll grab one of those nice nylon sockets. It doesn't hurt wheels. Maybe I'll do something nice for this car for once. I don't know. Maybe. I take it back. My lug nuts actually came with a key. 17mm hex for the nuts. On the back there's a hex I can grab onto with a bigger socket and my half-inch torque wrench, so I am good to go. Sorry BMW, no nylon socket for you. Boom. That's it. That's all there is to it. I got wheel studs now instead of wheel bolts. I have lug nuts like a regular person in a regular car that does regular wheel changes that work in a regular way. This thing is ready to go back out there and break again.